Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and this is the March 2022 sheet load of cards. The sheet load of cards is brought to you by Alicia from the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel. Every month she puts out a sketch and supply list and cutting guide so you too can make a sheet load of cards. All you have to do is go to her channel, which is linked in the description box, and find out how to do this. Now this month is another 6x6 paper pad, so you can use up those 6x6 paper pads on this card, or you could use 12x12, which is what I did. This month's card was inspired by Anya Lochenko, and her information is listed in the description box. If you would like to see other cards made by those on the collaboration team, all you have to do is click on the hashtag in the title and it will take you to a page with all of our videos. So to see other cards made with this month's sheet load, just put in hashtag SUYSMAR2022, which stands for Show Us Your Sheet Load March 2022, or you can put in hashtag Show Us Your Sheet Load, and that also works on Instagram as well as YouTube. I used the paper collection from Jen Hadfield. I just purchased a couple of the papers and an ephemera kit, and here you see all the little things that come in the ephemera kit, and I just was spreading it out so I could get an idea of what comes in it, so I could just get it into my mind how I'm going to use all of the ephemera. This month's card sketch calls for an image or die cut to use as a focal point on your card. And besides an ephemera kit, there are other ways of obtaining a focal point. All right, now I want to talk about other embellishments. So if you don't have a pack of embellishments, and I'm sticking with a flower theme since that's what most of the embellishments are here, you have ways of making them. You can use some stamps. So for instance, these two stamps made that, and this one I first stamped with a distressed oxide, an off-white color, and then added some candied apple on top of it. This is just candied apple, and then just fussy cut around it, and this itself would make a nice embellishment. But on this one I just took a paintbrush and just sort of blended in some colors, some of that candied apple. There's not a I don't have a tutorial on it, I just sort of played around with it. And then I have this Spellbinders die. I have this piece somewhere, but it makes these flowers, and then I just actually cut out 3 different sizes and used a brad and layered them on top, and that's another way of making an embellishment. Or you just can simply use one of the flowers, maybe add an enamel dot for the center or something like that, or you could use a brad for the center, because I don't know about you, but I have lots of brads. Or if you have just a flower punch, you could just punch a couple of flowers, maybe in different colors, and layer them up, and that would make a nice embellishment as well. So you have a couple of different options if you don't want to go out and buy this, and it doesn't have to be a flower. As I said, I'm just using that as an illustration. So I'm going to go ahead and make the cards. I will do it in fast motion so you can see how quick and easy it is to use this process to make cards. So the first step in this process is to cut the paper according to what the sheet load tells you to. And in this case there were 6 pattern papers that were 6x6, so I cut the 12x12 paper in quarters and just cut all those. Here I'm just making sure everything is straight. And again, just cutting according to the guide. There is an illustration to show you how to cut to get the most out of each piece of paper. And then I lay all of my pieces out. I separate it by color, and I take one from the first pile, then the second pile, and then the third pile. You know, I just have a system rather than having it all piled together, because since there's 6 cards and 3 pieces of paper, you'll have 6 different variations of this part of the card. And then I continue assembling according to the instructions and just get everything put down all together. It's really a very simple process. I absolutely loved how these cards came out, and I will be showing you at the end detailed pictures of each one. But I loved it so much that I thought it would make a nice gift to give to someone. So I made a box, just a small box about 1 inch tall, and put the cards in with some envelopes and gave it to a friend. That way they've got some cards to give out to other people. Since I used 12 by 12 paper, I did have lots of leftover paper, and I used that to make this box. I have a link, you'll see it above, that I had made a card box somewhere down the road. So if you'd like to go check out that video and see how to make it, it just makes such a nice little gift. And again, to make 6 cards, and I did a couple that 2 of each, or just a couple different sentiments to put in this card kit. So you'll see I changed it up a little bit later. Embellishments on, and some I actually did as a cluster in the center of the card if I had a fishtail banner going across, which is a little bit different than what the sketch actually shows. Ones that I followed the sketch more closely, you'll see just one major accent there on the left hand side. And here is the finished cards. I love, love, love the look at them. They're somewhat contemporary, but you really could send them to people of all ages. The colors are fabulous. The card sketch is a great card sketch. So you see some of the sentiments are just cut in a square and put above a fishtail, and others are cut into the fishtail and put on the center of the card. But you could do either one. You know, a card sketch is just a starting point. Just start with it and then see how things fit. And I want to tell you, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. It really helps me out more than you know. Again, all the information on how you can download the SheetLoad of cards is listed in the description box below. Don't forget to check that out, and check out all of the other team members who made cards for this month's sketch. Thanks again for watching. Have a fabulous day.